Are you feeling like a zombie lately? Tired of the same old energy drinks promising the world but delivering the jitters and a crash? Look no further than Sneak Energy, your secret weapon for all your energy needs. With all natural ingredients, Sneak will give you all the energy you need to boost through your day without feeling like a lab rat on caffeine. Don't believe us? Try it yourself and see what a difference it can make to your routine. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description and pick up your Sneak Starter Pack today. Now enjoy the clip. Certainly won't. What's the update on Rashford, Mark? Missed the beginning. Cheers. I've not done it yet, Martin, so we'll do that now, and then we'll talk about a couple of other things about this player ratings nonsense. So, Marcus Rashford, I think he put an Instagram post out saying that there's plenty more left in the tank, which is a positive update. The general update is that there has been a scan, and there is expected to be an update definitively today on what the extent of the damage is for Marcus Rashford. It may well be that the positive Instagram post is, you know, just a positive mindset, which I think is the way to be. If you're Rashford, you've had a brilliant season. This probably won't end your season, and you can come back and hopefully play in a couple of cup finals and get top four in the last few weeks of May. It could be a more long-term positivity that what will be will be. I'm still young. I'll be back at some point anyway, and I've had a good season. It could be a really positive update that after Saturday, you know, maybe Saturday evening, yesterday, he's felt a lot better and it doesn't feel as bad as maybe as it did on Saturday. So there's different levels of positivity, but I think a positive mindset's always a good thing, especially when you're in injuries, because, you know, they can drag you down, they can make you feel depressed because you're missing out. So I think we'll get an update today. I have no inside information on this. I don't think there is anybody that's got any inside information on this, apart from maybe Ten Hag and Rashford and the people close to them. I'm preparing myself for 3 to 5 weeks for Rashford. That's what I'm preparing myself for. I think that if you do that and it's anything less, it's a huge bonus. And if you set yourself for that, he should still be back before the end of the season. So let's just hope that Rashford is going to be back, because I think the big concern is, I don't agree with what Ricky said, that we'll be fine without Rashford. I don't agree with that. But Ricky has been saying that for a few weeks, even before Rashford was injured. I don't think we'll be fine without Rashford. But I think we will be okay without Rashford if Martial can stay fit. And that is going to be the big scenario. It's whether we can keep Anthony Martial fit, because if we can't, then I think that, you know, there is a concern there. There is. A few people saying check The Athletic, saying that a group of Premier League clubs are lobbying behind the scenes to block takeovers closely linked to nation states. Arsenal's Tim Lewis is a strong voice in the conversation as concerns grow around competitive balance. You know what you can do with that? You know what you can do with that? And I don't care if anyone clips this up. So this story from The Athletic saying that Arsenal's Tim Lewis is a strong voice in the conversation about blocking clubs from takeovers closely linked to nation states. That's a bit like the referees apologising to Brighton. The horse has already bolted, Tim. What are you going to do about Saudi Arabia and Newcastle? What are you going to do about Man City and Abu Dhabi? Shut up, Tim, and sit down. You're not blocking these takeovers now. You can't stop Manchester United or Spurs or Liverpool or Chelsea or Everton from being taken over by nation states when Man City and Newcastle have already got it. Shut up, Tim, and sit down. Absolutely ridiculous. If you're going to bring something like that in, you've got to send Newcastle's owners and Man City's owners home, because otherwise they've got the monopoly on the league, Tim. Tim, nice but dim. I mean, what an absolute nonsense story. How can you block owners linked to nation states buying clubs when we've got two that already have it? Talking about competitive fairness, it's better if more clubs have ownership like Man City and Newcastle, because it makes it more fair. If you don't allow anybody else to have it, you basically give Newcastle and Man City the monopoly of the league for the next 50 years. Because they've got the super wealth and no one else can have it. What a stupid argument. I tell you what, the Premier League on the football pitch is the best league in the world, but the people running the clubs, the officiating, I just think it's been a circus this year. I think the officiating is a joke, And I think the people running football clubs are a joke. You've got Todd Bowley at Chelsea sacking 2 managers. There was a story this weekend that he's been talking to James Corden, you know, the guy off Gavin and Stacey, about getting Frank Lampard in. I don't know whether it's true. It probably is. You got Leicester with 2 massive home games in a relegation fight, sacked their manager, put the milkman in charge. I mean, how many clubs have sacked their managers this year and not had a replacement? God, the only intelligence in football is you, the fans. Absolute prats. Oh, it's not fair. Let's stop everybody being bought by people who are really rich because it makes it unfair. Hello, Man City and Newcastle have already got it, Tim. What are you going to do about them? Well, at least no one else has got it. You've just made the league less competitive, Tim. The way to make the league more competitive is to get more billionaire owners in who can compete with Man City and Newcastle. You turbo prat. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What? You can't stop a Man United or an Everton or anyone else being bought by mega wealth because it's not fair. That's basically because Arsenal don't want that model. Idiots. Absolute idiots. It really winds me up. It really winds me up because they don't think it through. Man City and Newcastle already have that ownership. How can you stop everybody else having it when they've already got it? You're just giving them title after title after title. What's the update on Ahmad, Mark? He looks promising. Well, the update on Ahmad, CGI, is that he wants to come to Manchester United next season or come back to Manchester United and really hit the ground running, which I think we're all very excited about. He's completed it, mate. You know, in between us, completed it, mate. Went to Sunderland, tore it up, completed it, mate. Completed the championship. So his next step is, can he get into the Man United's plans for next season? And only Eric Ten Hag can tell us that. Arsenal ground is the Emirates. Tim Pratt, says Lee Berman. I've never heard such nonsense in all my life. Although